5 in the chat box. If you can hear me, please drop a 5 in the chat box. I want to see some 5s so that I can know I'm not speaking to myself. Okay, let's see. Let me see if I can see a 5. Fantastic. Yes. My people are in the house and they are eager, just like I am eager to bring this Omegapro story to the house. Excellent evening, everyone. If you are here, you are among the chosen few. I mean, how distinguishes that? Yes, 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 yes. My people are arriving in the house. It's great to see you, everyone. Excellent evening. Happy Friday. Hope you had a splendid week. My name is Eno Bakare. A lot of you know me. I'm the regular Friday host of my Omegapro story every Friday without fail. We bring you someone from anywhere around the world who has an Omegapro story to share. The whole concept is so that you are inspired, you can have your prospects come on the show. We want to let as many people know that anyone who is intentional and who makes the decision to change their financial narrative can actually do that in the 21st century with the help of Omegapro. So if you are here, you are the one who is supposed to be here. Yes, yes. Fumzi, someone is already raising their Fumzi iPhone is raising their hands. Fumzi, I hope you're okay and you're well situated. Someone is raising their hand. I want to take it that it's by mistake. So excellent evening, everyone. For those of you who have seen the invites, you know that we have this wonderful personality in our in the room today. He's a farmer. This is our first farmer on the show. And his name is Adebola Adisa. We met on Facebook. We met on Facebook and we had been friends. You know, I've seen him, you know, be so passionate about sharing, you know, his Omegapro business everywhere and all that. He's without fail, he's sharing something on social media every single day. And sometimes he shares some very inspirational videos. I'll tell him, bro, please send this to me, and all that. So guys, we're going to hear the story from this particular individual. 9 months only, 9 months in the business. This guy brought in a silver on arrival. Guys, there is no stopping you with Omegapro. There is no stop. No, I mean, nobody can hold you back. The people you have in your life, you think that maybe they have enough money, they don't need more money and all that. This guy will tell you his story and who was that silver on arrival that he brought. A lot of us see these people every day in our lives and we feel, no, this or that will not like this business. This person will not know that. I think they would not take this seriously, or they would laugh it off and all that. So because of what you think their reaction would be, you don't even try, you don't even venture, you don't even talk to them. So without further ado, everyone on the call, you're all welcome. Thank you for being so regular. Thank you for inviting your prospects. Omegapro story, you know, does it for a lot of people because they hear that every person can change their financial narrative if they take a decision, if they are hungry, and if they are intentional. Without further ado, I would like to invite my guest. Guess what, guys? This guy is in transit right now. And he said, sis, I'm ready to deliver, you know, if it's okay by you for me to be in transit and deliver. I said, who am I? Please deliver in transit. That's what bosses are made of. Some will look for excuses, but true bosses don't make excuses. No, I can't share. No, this, no, that. This guy is telling me, you know what? When it's time, I'm going to deliver. I'm going to share my Omegapro story and nothing is going to stop me. Without further ado, I want to introduce this boss, silver member of the most amazing company, Omegapro, baby, Mr. Adebola Adisa. Please share your unique Omegapro story, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Let me be sure you can hear me. Let me be sure your mic isn't muted as well. Okay, your mic is still muted. Your mic is muted. Your mic is muted.
Hello, can you
Fantastic.
hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, my bro. We can hear you. We can hear you.
All right, thank you very
Welcome
much.
to the GLEE Tribe Omegapro story, bro. Share from the heart. I know there are
All
people
right.
listening around you. Share your story. How did you start? Who told you about Omegapro? What did you start with? How was the journey? When did people believe in you when you started or not? Did you stand in your way initially or not? You have the floor. We will ask you questions as we are led while you tell your story. You're welcome, bro. You have the floor. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Hello. Let me see.
Into Lagos right now. My Omega Pro story has been awesome. Good evening, everyone. I hope you can all hear me. If you can hear
Yes,
me,
we
please.
can.
Hello, good evening.
We can hear
We can
you.
hear you. Okay. Okay. His mic is
We cannot
unmuted.
hear
I
you
just want
again,
to be
no.
sure. Okay. Okay, bros me. I cannot hear as well. I want to be sure that he's not having any technical difficulties. We lost you.
Type.
We lost, yeah, we lost you for a moment, bro. If you can hear me, we lost you for a moment. He's having network issues, but I'm sure, as usual, we will do just fine. I believe so, my boss lady.
Care of. Like I said, it's just a little itches there, but it's been taken care of. I can see the 7-7 coming in. That shows we are
Bro,
together.
your mic is muted. Your mic is muted. We can't hear you. Your mic
Okay,
is
my
muted.
mic is
No,
open
his
now.
mic is not enough. I think it's
Yeah.
just your system. We can hear him just fine.
Thank you very much. Of course. And I'll check your mic over there. I think others can hear me very well. All right. Like she rightly said, yes, I can see the 7-7 coming in. Thank you, patience. I can see that.
Okay, okay. Okay, let me see. All right. Okay, great, great. Yes, okay. Okay.
Yes. Like I said earlier on, I'm actually traveling into Lagos. I went on an outing, but returning back home, I actually had to beg everyone in this bus to please give me about 15 to 20 minutes so I can talk to my people on Zoom. And guess what? Everyone cooperated with me. So that's a good one. All right. My name is Adebola Adisa. I am a farmer by profession. I train them, and of course, I have my own farm running too. Basically, I heard about Omegapro from an old friend who called from America, Madam Nkechi to be precise. She called and told me about this business, Omegapro. Now, there's something about me. Before I go into any business appropriately, I try to do my inquiries, my finding, not only on Google, but of course, from other friends who are very versatile with online businesses and of course, how they work. And having done my research and found out that Omegapro is in about 120 countries in the world, it dawned on me that this was a business I need to go into. I went for my first seminar in November last year, to be precise, at Radisson Hotel, Ikeja GRA. And after that seminar, I knew that I was in for a big deal. Now, the least you could purchase among the packages from Omegapro was $100 then. Today is $149. So I went for a $549 package then, which is about 300 and something thousand naira. Now, after purchasing the license, I haven't known that Omegapro would work with my money on Forex for 16 months. And of course, every day I get a 0.4% return on investment. And I understood that the business will run for at least 16 months before my cash out or withdrawal, as the case may be. I left that to be. But also understanding that Omegapro has an avenue, I call myself a marketer. I have an avenue for you to grow aside the 16-month purchase and 0.4% interest. You could grow by introducing other people, like I say, it's an add-on system, bringing them into the system for them to understand how they can also be part of this business, invest in it, and of course, make their return on investment. And I make it clear that the ROI is mind-blowing. Now, after purchasing my package, the first thing I did was to get back home and scrutinize my phone. How do I mean? On everyone's phone, as you're listening to me, we have three kinds of people on your phone. This night, I'm going to break them down. These three kinds of people are broken down in this manner. The first are your hot list members. The second are your warm list. And of course, the third are your cold list. Never mind the on and whatever you're hearing in the background. Remember, I said I'm traveling, I'm on transit, but then we can still communicate. Now, after separating these three kinds of people on my phone list, my hot list, my warm list, and my cold list. Now, you might be wondering within you, who are those in my hot list? My hot list are those people I owe to high esteem. My pastors, my directors in my workplace then, people I look up to, that I run to for also assistance when I am downcast, or those I meet to also advise me. I look at them at high esteem and those in my hot list. Now, my warm list are my casual friends, my families, those who know me right from secondary school, the university friends, and those who are really, really around me that knows even everything about me. I call them my warm list. Now, the cold list are the people I call OPP, other people's people. Now, the cold list are people's people. Maybe you got to meet each other through a friend. If you look at your phone contact, I'm sure you have people you have not called for the past 3, 4, 5 months. We all have them on our phone list. Those we have not called, that you cannot even remember how the number got into your phone. So I call them your cold list. Now, having understood these three different kinds of people, I took a diary and separated them. Now, first thing I did, I went for those on my hot list, people I owe to high esteem. I went for one of my directors in my former workplace, and I said to her, Mom, I would like to talk to you. And she said, go ahead. I said, no, can I book an appointment with you? I'd like to see you in person. And she invited me to a place at Magodo, Lagos here. So I went to stay at Magodo. Now, this is something you must understand very clearly when you're doing Omegapro. You must understand what the business is all about, how the business operates, and of course, you need the this very clearly, how the business serve and her husband, and I began to talk to the 16-month program. Make that very clear, guys. And other it with you. If you put your money in Omegapro, the return on investment is 0.4% every day. And I was speaking with a chartered accountant who has actually worked with KPMG. For those of you who know KPMG in Germany and the UK, she has worked there. So she picked up her calculator and began to calculate what will $50,000 come to at 0.4% for the next 16 months. And after she did that calculation, I went to talk to them for $1,000 business. I went to speak to them, believing they will come into the business with $1,000, $2,000, or $5,000. And believe you me, I wouldn't want to call name here, but she went ahead and said, Debo, I'll get back to you Monday morning. So I left her place. I went to see her on a Friday evening. And by Monday morning, at about 9:45 a.m., she called me and account details. So I forwarded her my account details immediately. And behold, she paid a 27 million naira. 27 million naira, that is about $42,000, which is silver on arrival. Remember, I did a $500 myself. I did just a $500 package. And when I went to her, she did a $42,000 package. And I was like, wow, $42,000. So, of course, I went ahead and did all the necessary things, got her into the system, sent the money, and our registration was done. And today it is counting for her too, and she's enjoying the business. Now, you know that I have bought a silver on arrival, but I am still a newbie as it were, because I was still on $500 package. So it dawned on me that Omegapro was due. It dawned on me without any iota of doubt that I needed to push this business. So of course, like I said, I have those on my hot list. So I went on and on with my friends who are those on my warm list in America, the UK, Germany, and the rest of them. And I began to send them mails. It's very important to send mail to people when you are dealing with Omegapro. It's not all about your WhatsApp. For those of us who are making use of our mail, it's awesome. A lot of people mail you send, even than the WhatsApp chat, particularly when you are dealing with people at the highest step, your hot list. They appreciate it when they receive a mail from you. I don't know why the whites enjoy the mail than the WhatsApp chat room. So most people who are really doing well in the business class in Nigeria also enjoy it when you send them a mail. So I think I went into that to sending mails to those people I hold to high esteem. And behold, I began to get people coming with $5,000, $1,000, $500, $5,000. Some, even there was Chidi, a friend of mine, my classmate from America, who paid about 3.5 million for the business. And
interesting.
Now, these are the three things I put to consideration before I call anybody. The first is I change my mindset. How do I mean when I say change your mindset? Never underrate anybody. You would not believe the person that would pay $1 million, 10 million, or 15 million into your business. You wouldn't believe it. So you mustn't underrate anybody. You must change your mindset. Then number two thing I did was to practice what I call OQP, only quality people. Only quality people, OQP. I practiced that I needed to search my phone and bring out people that I knew without any iota of doubt, like I usually say, that they were quality people. And the third thing I did was to develop my communication skills. It is very, very important. You must develop your communication skills when you are dealing with people. Can you all hear me? And I'm sure
yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yeah,
yes, I can. Yes, yes,
awesome,
yes.
Awesome. All right.
Loud and clear.
So what I did was develop my communication skills. Whenever I want to talk to anyone, you know, when we're watching the video we all watch, it said, get out of your comfort zone so that you can you can get into the business properly. Now, it is very important you get out of your comfort zone, no doubt. But whenever I want to discuss Omegapro with anyone, because I understand the business clearly, I come into my comfort zone, irrespective of where I am. As I speak to you, I'm in a public bus and I'm in my comfort zone to speak the business. Because when you speak Omegapro, you should be calm. Today, you do not do a mistake to ask me, what do I do for a living? I bet it with you, I'm bringing you into the business. The moment you ask me, what do I do for a living? Guess what? I'm like, thank God. I got a prospect that is coming on board. And I tell you exactly what I do for a living, Omegapro. I try as much as I can to break it down in less than 30 seconds to 1 minute. The reason is this: you cannot explain everything understanding or at the point you meet the person, but you must keep them on their toes to be willing and wanting to attend the next seminar or business meeting. This is very important because you cannot say it all at that very point in time. So all you need to do is to just pick out the necessary point. Oh, I'm a business person. I run a farm, and of course, I do business with Omegapro, where I generate my return on investment for my farm business. And they're like, sorry, what is Omegapro? That's another question. And I quickly tell you, Omegapro is a business from the UK running in Dubai and other parts of the world. And of course, this is what they do. And we are in about 120 countries. But what will you be doing next week, Sunday? Why don't you let's have a meeting together at my meeting point? And they're like, where? Oh, I meet at so place at so time, and I give them the date. And of course, I seal the deal at that minute. Less than a minute or a minute 30 seconds, I am done. The reason I do this is because I do not want to bore you or make you over-excited or over-expectant, so that when you get to the place, you will be wowed yourself. So you don't have to try to explain the business completely on the spot. No, you'll be making a mistake there. The best thing you should do is to give an invite. And no, we did not just meet on Facebook. I guess you and I did a business sometimes ago, Green Nation, if you could remember. Were you in Green Nation?
No, I didn't do
And I'm
Green
talking
Nation.
to you.
No.
Were you in Green Nation?
No.
Okay. Now, okay. Nation, we were made to understand very clearly that it is important to invite rather than to try to explain. It is important to invite. The reason we invite is because we have professionals. We have those that have been well tutored, nurtured, and trained for this business. So when you invite your prospect to such business meeting, your prospect get completely convinced about the business. Moreover, they'll be seeing what you're talking about.
That's right.
Like our people say in Nigeria, seeing is believing. But Jesus said, blessed are those who do not see but believe.
That's so.
But you know, in Nigeria, we want to see before we believe. So
it's a important. It's a faith walk.
So it is very important that you invite them to the business meeting. And at the business meeting, you can seal the deal. Having said all this, you must come out of your comfort zone. There are times I just wake up in the morning and I dress in my suit. Guess what? I have nowhere to go to. Yes. A pastor taught me that while I was still a bachelor, and I mean, after university, and I needed a job, and I was still going to a church. And the pastor said, if you're not working, please stand up. And I was among those that stood up, and he said, this is what you should do from tomorrow, Monday morning. Dress up in your suit, leave the house, and when you're going out, tell your neighbors, okay, I'll see you guys in the evening, and go out. So I stood up and I said, sorry, pastor, where do I go to? He said, walk around. Walk around and come back home later in the evening. And believe you me, for those of us who did that, so they eventually walk to some offices to see our friends, or along the line we come across needed jobs that probably not suit you then, but put food on the table. So a lot of us got jobs using that simple ideology from the pastor. So in my Omegapro business, I brought in that idea back. Sometimes in the morning, I just dress in my suit. Remember, I'm a farmer. So days I don't go to the farm, or I have nothing to do with, as it were, I just wear my suit and I go to see my friends. Some in the banking industry, some in the oil sector, some even business owners. And when I get to the office, they're like, I don't get, why are you on your suit? And I came to see you. Really? And they welcome you for the fact that you're looking corporate, welcoming, and tushed. It's very important. You must always look good. A white man say looking good is good business. So
good
it is very
business.
important. You must body. Remember, do not underrate. Do not underrate. Do not underrate. Okay. You never can tell who would bring 100 million naira into your business. Please go ahead with your question.
I have a question for you.
I'm all ears.
Now, in 9 months, your
months,
level of confidence is unparalleled. I know that the person you are now did not just start with Omegapro business. You have been building yourself to this point. The
Yes.
kind of information you expose yourself to, the kind
Yes.
of company you keep, you know, the
Yes.
kind of people who speak over your life.
Yes.
Now, please, can you tell the people in this meeting
Yeah.
the power of the people you surround yourself with and the things that you hear? You know, we are in an environment where everybody like, Nigerian economy is the worst, Nigeria is the worst. For some people, it enters their head and they feel that there's no money in this country. You have to travel abroad to make it and all that stuff. Please, can you share with people why is it important to be mindful of what you hear and the company you keep in the course of going for your success?
Yeah, thank you very much, Eno, for that question. Let me bust your bubble. Did you know that someone actually registered or rather paid my deposit for Omegapro? A friend in America called
me too.
and said,
we are plenty in that table. We are plenty. Me too.
Yourself too. Okay. Now, someone actually paid a $500
I borrowed money to start
me.
my own.
Okay. Someone paid for me.
Mine was $100. Mine was $100.
No, mine was actually $500. She's a good friend. We've been together for many years before she left the country. So like when she told me about it, I'm like, I've been to the seminar. It's a good business, but I'm not buoyant yet. Maybe sometimes next year, which is this 2022. And she said, no, I'm going to borrow you $500 paper. I'm like, really? She said, I'm going to borrow you $500, and when you begin to grow in this business, you return my money. I can even give her I can give her $1,000 now if she cares. That is the good thing about Omegapro. Now, this is what I did. Like I said, you need to change your mindset. You cannot pretend about it. Because we say there's no money in Nigeria. Now lie. There is money in this country. There is money in this country. I have seen people who have, in fact, I met a friend who told me that his bank paid 200 million naira into Omegapro. I don't want to call the name of the bank, but that is the truth. Yes, there are banks that use your own money to do Omegapro because they know Omegapro is a foreign investment and is being organized by whites, and of course, is the forex trading and all that. So they understood very clearly that the artificial intelligence and the manpower that is involved are superstars. So they take the money from the bank, other people's money, OPM, other people's money, and they invest it into Omegapro. Now, I shared a video sometime last week that people would pay to the bank, and the bank would take your money and invest into Omegapro. Then the bank would return 0.0000.1% into your investment every month. But that is the truth. That is the truth.
Yes.
That is absolutely truth. Now, the bank take your money to Omegapro, and Omegapro pays the bank 0.4% every day. So the bank makes 7 times of your money. What you'd have made to yourself, the bank make it from your money and then give you the 0.1%, the peanuts that comes out of it.
Wow.
So knowing all this very clearly, like I said, you must understand Omegapro. You really must understand the business. You say, I tell people that until you know that you know what you know, then you can convince another person.
Repeat. Oh yeah. Repeat.
You know that you know what you really know, then you can convince another person. Did you get that? Until you know that you know what you really know, then you can convince another person. So what do I mean, or how do I mean at this? Simply means study this business, attend business meetings, attend seminars, get yourself very equipped with information about this business. So that at every point in time you're speaking with someone. In fact, when I'm talking Omegapro, my hands are in my pocket. My heads are tall above my head. Yes, my hands are in my pocket because I have a clear knowledge of what I'm talking about. Do you understand? Looking at my height, I look directly into your eyes. I almost intimidate people that are richer than me. I remember my first silver on arrival said, Debo, you have grown a whole lot of confidence. I said, not only that, Mom, I've also grown in finance, even though I had nothing. You know, he said, call those things that were not as if though they were. I'm being spiritual here because the world is governed spiritually. The spiritual governs over the physical. So you must have it in your mindset that you call those things that were not, you call those things that were not as if though they were. And this is the mystery behind success. Call those things that were not as if they were. When I had nobody registered with me in Omegapro, I talk even at seminar. When I had nobody, not even a soul, as my downline, I speak at Radisson, Ikeja GRA. If you know anyone, you can ask. I speak at Radisson and I speak fire. Then one of my leaders came to me and he said, what position are you now? What rank are you? And I said, no, I just came in on board. He said, that's not true. I said, no, I just came in November. I was speaking in January. And after I finished speaking at the hall, he came to me and he was like, sorry, Debo, what rank are you in? I said, no, I just came into Omegapro. And he said, but that is not truth. And you're speaking fire. I said, yes, I call those things that were not as if though they were. It's very important in
That's
your
right.
business. It is very, very important. These are the tools for growth in this business. These are tools that you must play with. You know, at times because we do not have anybody or we have not been able to woo anyone into our business, we are a bit downcast. Now, once you remember that with or without wooing people into your business will generate for you 300% at the end of 16 months. Then it's another motivation for you to call those things that were not as safe though they were. And I went ahead doing that at all time. And today, I am a silver in this business. And very soon I'll become a gold because my silver that came on arrival called me some few days back that I want to go to gold. And what will that cost me? And I sent it to her. That will cost her about $90,000. And she said, okay, we'll see in 2 weeks' time. Meaning that she's going to gold again. And that is another step for me. So I know that on the right hand, somebody will become a gold very soon. So on my left hand, I need to work double my hustle. Double my hustle. Come out of my comfort zone. When I was talking to Eno before this meeting, I said, Eno, I'm traveling to Lagos. I'm in a public bus, so I have spoken to everyone, a bus of about 25 seaters. And I stood up and I said to everybody in the bus, good afternoon, please. About 9 p.m. tonight, I'll be having a Zoom meeting. Could you please all give me your, can I seek your indulgence that you just permit me to take that 30 minutes of your time? And guess what? Everybody said, oh, no problem, you can go ahead. That is how you just do your business. You must be very direct, mean, and convinced in yourself about what you're doing. As I speak in this bus, everyone is listening. And I can bet you after this meeting, I'm going to have 2-3 people who I'll be prospecting. This is how the business works. So, Eno, what I did was to come out of my comfort zone. Secondly, change my mindset. And thirdly, I had to work on my communication skills. I never underrated anyone. I never underestimated anyone. I went for everybody. In fact, I'll be going to LASSO, Lagos State University, next week, Wednesday. Now, Lagos State University is a school for students where I finished from. Who am I going to speak with? The lecturer and some of the students in the school. So you just have to take the bull by the horn and do the business. There's money in this country. Another thing I would advise, before I leave the Zoom for you and all, another thing I would advise is that we should not always concentrate on DSTV. Watch our local station, such as your NTA. This is a secret. AIT, STV. These are local stations. A lot of us have concentrated on DSTV and we are carried away thinking that there is no money in this country. Recently, I was listening to a news on NTA and I found out that the government will be having a workshop on skills and of course, empowering the youth. somewhere at Araga in Ekpe, and I dashed down there because I saw it on NTA News. And when I got there, I told them I would like to speak on empowerment because it was free for everyone. The government organized it. And I submitted my slide. Give me a room to start out that a lot of do not even have the finance, the capital to run into farming, because the list of farming you go into will still cost you millions. So I chipped Omegapro in it quickly. Now, for those of us who are really getting interested in farming, I have a means you can generate finance. And I went into Omegapro. And from there, I got about 5 people from Aja, Lekki Axis, and of course, VI on the highland, who signed in with $500 anyway. But trust me, 2 of them are strong MLM people, multi-level marketing people, who are going to take their own business to the next level.
Wow.
If I had watched other Nigeria, or I've been watching DSTV, SeaWorld, and the rest of them, I wouldn't have seen this on NTA News. So if you do your business as Nigeria, you must learn to watch Nigerian local special. It helps.
You are spoken well.
On the DSTV, because when you do,
You are spoken well.
This country.
You have spoken well, bro. We have spoken well. We are learning a lot. We are learning a lot. The chat room is on fire.
So this is the reality about my business. And of course, it's God's grace. It's doing well by God's grace. And I believe before the end of this year, bro, I should have attained my diamond, and looking forward to, I just want to get to my blue diamond before April. I have given myself
Nothing
that
can hold you back.
My blue diamond.
Nothing can hold
April.
you back.
Thank you.
Nothing can hold you back, bro. Please, I want to ask a question quickly. Tawo, please mute. Tawo, please mute. Okay. Bro, quickly. What has changed in all of this, in all this, like, what is one significant thing you will say has changed? And I want to give our viewers an opportunity. If anyone has any question, please quickly drop it in the chat room. If you have any question, please quickly drop it in the chat room so that I would ask him. Now, bro, what if you would say something fundamental, one fundamental aspect of your life that has changed significantly in these 9 months with Omegapro? One, what has changed?
Eno, precisely what has changed is
yeah.
I'm a multi-dollar, million-dollar owner, you know, because I see it coming. As a matter of fact, we live presently. Where we live presently is a rented apartment. But I keep telling my wife we'll buy this house over. I keep telling her we'll buy this house over. My son is registered in Omegapro with $1,000. My daughter is registered with $1,000. Remember, somebody registered me. My wife is registered with $1,000. So they are all growing in this industry. So what really changed significantly, without pretense, is my level of confidence. I speak with everyone I come in contact with as if I am bigger than you. Sorry, it's not pride. It's not being pompous or bossy. It's just the nature that will come upon you, knowingly or unknowingly. So I try to control it and still be cool-headed. But what has really changed is my level of confidence. I speak as if I can buy Lagos State anyway. So my dear, the level of confidence changed drastically, changed dramatically, and changed sincerely. Omegapro is the hand thing. It's just the hand thing. It's a deal for everyone to
See, people are saying so much value. They've received so much value, bro. This presentation has been, when here, we call it in the GLEE Trybe, boom shakalaka basket. That's what we call it here in the GLEE Trybe. So much nuggets. People are learning so much. When you're sure of what you have, you say it with all confidence. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Bro, you've said so much. Thank you for not saying no. Thank you for not canceling on this my Omegapro story. You know, we've been talking about it last week. You couldn't do last week, so we had to move it to this week. And you didn't say no, and I appreciate you for that. Yes. See my people, boom, shaka, laka, 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 laka. You know, see, you're an amazing person. You're an amazing person. You're unstoppable, and I appreciate you. A lot of people on this call have gotten juice. They've gotten nuggets. And so many people are going to change one or two things in the course of their business. Because if you have done silver in 9 months, if you entered this business and attacked it and launched out and went all out, it means that nobody has excuse. Nobody has excuse.
That's right.
Your top director who did silver on arrival, you wouldn't have, if you didn't have Omegapro, if you didn't have value to bring to the table to her, you would just have a million in her account. But you had it and you told her about it. Today now, her money is going to, at 20-something million is going to be 60-something million in
69 million.
69 million in 16 months.
In another 11 months or less.
Can you beat that? I celebrate you, my bro. And I thank you. Thank you so, so much for saying yes to sharing your story and for sharing from the heart and saying, I don't know if anyone has any question, but I think people have gotten so much out of this conversation this evening that you have said it all. You have said it all. You know, they don't need to ask anything because you spoke from the heart and you spoke and you gave your nuggets. You told us everything that, yeah, unstoppable. Thanks, Mr. Adisa. You added too much value tonight. Oh, people are appreciating you, bro. You have done tremendously well. You have added too much value tonight for me. I am going all the way like you. Thanks for being on the call. Oh, amazing. My sister always on fire. Thanks for all the encouragement. Thanks for always showing up. Thanks for always inviting people because you know what? We have decided, some of us in this country have decided that Nigerian economy will not be our only economy.
Yes.
We have decided.
Yes.
And it takes a decision. If you don't decide, it's a decision. You can't be forced to do it. You have to decide Nigerian economy will not be your only economy and that we can be in Nigeria and be earning in dollars. And it is available for whoever decides to change their narrative. So thank you, bro, for coming to share your Omegapro story. I appreciate you. Thanks everyone for showing up on the Friday call. You know how we do it every Friday. We always have someone who's willing to share from their heart about their Omegapro story and how they have changed their narrative by stepping out of their comfort zone. So we're going to send you out of this Zoom call the way we do it only in the GLEE Trybe. Bro, we get our way. May we send you out in grand style. And please, we want to appreciate everyone in the bus for saying yes, for allowing you to do this. We appreciate them. They are awesome. Okay? Now, in the GLEE Trybe, when we're signing up and ushering off our guests from the house, we chant Omegapro impacting lives, Omegapro impacting lives. And the third time, Omegapro, we came, we saw, we conquered.